John Bell began his Outlander stint as young Ian, Jamie, Sam Heughan, and Claire's Caitríona Balfe, nephew, in season 3, and audiences haven't been able to get enough of him since. Bell's Ian brings heart and humor to Outlander in a way few characters have, and in season 5, he finally returned to our screens after being away since the end of season 4. This week's episode, Hour of the Wolf, dove deep into young Ian's backstory, and Bell sat down exclusively with She Knows Reshma Gopaldas to talk all about his biggest episode yet. Hour of the Wolf tells the backstory of what happened to young Ian when Jamie and Claire had to part with him in the season 4 finale, and Bell tells me he was especially excited for the chance to keep working closely with Heughan and Balfe. I also had time to ask him about his famous TikToks, get into fan questions from Twitter, and hear the true story behind a blooper that his castmate claims Bell almost off them in. Read on for our full chat with Bell below. Reshma Gopaldas, you had such an epic episode last weekend. We finally learned your backstory. When did you learn what the backstory was? And do you read ahead in the books? John Bell, yeah, I read a little ahead. I'm only human. I want to know if I die or anything, if I need to start looking for a new job. So yeah, I kind of knew what was happening. I also wanted to be informed for season 5, exactly what he had gone through to end up in such a dark place. So, yeah, I knew what was happening, but I didn't know how the show was going to do it. Does that make sense? I had an idea of what was going to happen. The books and show are related to each other, but they're not always the same. So when I heard how they were going to do it, how I was getting a good chunk of an episode to my story, and the characters were coming back from season 4. I was like, yeah, let's get into it. RG, so exciting. So John, I did ask the fans for some questions. JB, yeah, I was scanning through them. RG, I was scanning through them and was like, oh, this is overwhelming. JB, I think that there were a lot of thinkers. RG, really deep questions. We'll do the fun questions first. You are clearly the TikTok king on set. I think it's undisputed. We've seen you do them with Sophie, Skelton, Lauren, Lyle, Sam, Heughan, and everyone is asking, have you done one with Caitríona, or do you plan on doing one with her? JB, I definitely plan on doing one with her in season 7, for sure. But, it was kind of difficult to do one with Caitríona seeing as she was very pregnant and nobody could find that out, you know. So I can't exactly have Caitríona hitting the sha nay nay if she's got a belly. So I was always like, guys, I know you're asking for one for Cat, but at the same time, like, I can't. RG, and now you know, from Belfast, she can dance. So if she says she can't dance, JB, oh, I always knew Caitríona could dance, of course. RG, I do have a TikTok challenge for season 7 for you. JB, I'm all ears. RG, The Crown did this. So I think you should get the whole cast to do it in season 7. Challenge accepted. JB, what's the concept? RG, you get to pick whatever you guys do, but everyone has to be in it in the main cast. JB, okay, I can do something like that. Challenge accepted. With the main cast.
Baby